used to think the sky was made of blue flowers, cuz used to have to stir the Kool-Aid for hours. Blood, these white lines rule the world, that's a power drug. Same way the government blew the towers up. Guess that's what I get for living in America. Well, we just trying to find a story for our character. Trying to fuck a French motto on a terrace, but they don't let American werewolves in Paris, bruh. These people telling me I sound like the old yay. See, I don't even change the pace on a slow day. I'm 2 seconds away from going OJ. Mama said I need to call my ex disobey. Somebody gon' get that and lose their mind. The police need rap music to boost their crime. Pull you over for a light, violate your rights. But niggas don't ask shit, they just do their time. Who you gon' be when the world gets fried? Listen to your friend, it's the voice inside. If you lose me, where the hell you gon' go? Take somebody's life, who the hell gon' know? Who you gon' be when the world gets fried? Listen to your friend, it's the voice inside. If you lose me, where the hell you gon' go? Take somebody's life, who the hell gon' know? You choose, live or die. Politicians getting high on their own supply. We the truest, this the US, the land where American dreams go to die. I'm on some Draymond shit, no Tayshaun Prince killing beats every night. Graveyard shift, played the nice guy in the past and they tried to use me. Had to switch the game up and go buying the Doochie. Niggas sleeping on the kid, who's supplying the roofies, huh? Young Max ain't got time for goofies, huh?
Right, YouTube, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with another video. As you can see, I've just wrapped up a chest session. It was a very, very good session. My chest feels lovely and pumped. But yeah, today's video is going to be some little top tips for anybody who now has a home gym who didn't previously have a home gym before this whole lockdown went down. Because I've had a home gym for like years. In fact, I've only ever had one gym membership until like 3 months ago. So I know quite a lot about having a home gym. I've done it for years. I've been buying pieces of equipment for years, and yeah, basically I've just had a home gym for a long time. And I've got some little tips and tricks to kind of help you guys get the most out of your home gym. So without further ado, we're gonna go into it. We're gonna get into it. The top tips.
The pain that's running through me, just a whole bunch of zombies like Call of Duty. How you tune in when the world is loony? How you shine when the times is gloomy, huh? You don't like being judged and sue me. Whoa. Who you gonna be when the world gets fried? Listen to your friend, it's the voice inside. And if you lose me, where the hell you gonna go? Take somebody's life, who the hell gonna...
Right, so the first tip is nothing special, nothing complicated at all, but it will ultimately probably make the biggest difference to your home gym. That first tip is keeping it clean. Now, a lot of people take this for granted, like it's common sense, but if you're used to going to a commercial gym or you have a gym membership anywhere, that gym gets cleaned when you are not there. Something that you do not think about, something that goes on behind the scenes, is that gym gets cleaned. So if you're in your home gym and you're training, you're sweating on all of your equipment and things like that, one thing that you might actually forget is that all of that other equipment in the normal gym gets cleaned, and if you don't do it here, nobody's going to do it. It won't get done. So tip number one, probably the most important, clean your gym equipment. Whether that's after every single session or that's like a couple of times a week, just clean it all down. If you're working out hard, you are going to be sweating, your equipment's going to get dirty. That's the last thing you want. So, number one, clean everything. Tip number two, this can kind of vary depending on the equipment that you have in your gym and your budget. Budget comes into this one a lot, trust me. The second tip is to invest in some sort of protective flooring. Now, whether your home gym is in a garage or if it's in, say, your bedroom, I would personally invest in something to put on your floor to protect that floor. In here we're in a garage with a concrete floor. I've got two types of flooring down. I've got a really, really cheap, really thin layer of like rubber matting that you just kind of slot together. And that is what I used for years until I could afford the new flooring. That cheap flooring is good. However, if you have metal plates or anything like that and you're dropping them on there, eventually the plates will kind of indent the flooring and ultimately rip the flooring, which isn't ideal. And also, if it's only thin, it doesn't absorb as much impact. So the flooring that I have at the minute, I'll show you in this corner here, is quite thick. Where's my camera? Right, so as you can see down here, this flooring is 40mm thick. Now this is BodyMax flooring from Powerhouse Fitness, but this flooring is not cheap. It's like, I'm sure it's between, in fact I'm sure it's like £100 per, is it metre square? Yeah, per metre square. It's like, it might even be more than £100. It is not cheap at all. They do a 20mm one, which is obviously cheaper because it's not as thick, but you don't have to go this extreme. You can get stuff like, I bought the first flooring in Aldi. They sometimes sell like a spongy foam kind of flooring, that works. Horse matting, if you have a shop locally that sells like matting for horse stables and things like that, that is another great alternative. But yeah, that's tip number 2, invest in something to protect your floor. It does so much more than just protect your floor. It protects your equipment if you're dropping it, it protects the floor, it absorbs sound. Like dropping a metal plate onto a concrete floor, the sound is horrific, but if you drop it on this rubber, it's fine. It absorbs all of the sound pretty much. So invest in some flooring. It can be expensive, but you kind of get what you pay for, if you know what I mean. Tip number 3. Now this is another one that you kind of forget about if you have a gym membership. Something that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't think about at all. But this is maintenance. It is really important to maintain your equipment. A perfect example of that is dumbbells and barbells. So if you haven't, go and check out a couple of videos ago. All of my weights were rusty. They were so rusty. If we take this dumbbell for example, look at the handle, look at the grip now. There is not a single speck of rust on it, and that is because I maintain them. I look after them. Yeah, if you want a tutorial on how to take rust off any of your equipment, go and check out the last, in fact I'll link the video below, or link it up here somewhere. So go and check out that video if you have rusty weights and rusty weight plates and bars and things like that. Now equipment maintenance doesn't just cover like taking rust off things. It is also super important if you have a setup like this. So here we have a Smith machine. Now Smith machines, some people love them, some people hate them, but the thing to think about with a Smith machine is that bar has to slide up and down these bars, and you need to grease them, otherwise it's not going to work. The bar will eventually seize up, or the movement is not going to be smooth at all. So it's important to lubricate these bars, which the barbell moves up and down on. It is also super important if you have like a multi-gym or anything like that which has cables. Lubricate these cables, otherwise this happens. The cable, can you see that? Focus, 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 focus. There. Otherwise this happens. The cable starts to wear through the protective outer layer, which is not what you want, because then the cable starts to flake off and you will have bits of metal cable on the floor, which is very sharp, and you do not want it in your feet at all. I've had it before, it's horrible, don't do it. Just lubricate the cables, it's simple. So we are over this side of the gym for tip number 4. Tip number 4 is your home gym is going to be in your home. Now a lot of people struggle with home gyms. They struggle to kind of find the motivation to actually go and train because they're not actually going anywhere to go to the gym. That gym is in their house. It's sometimes in the same room as their bed, their TV, their Xbox, whatever it is. So a way for me to kind of, like, I've literally trained in here for years, and a way I used to combat that was make your home gym a place you want to go. Make it a place that motivates you, if you know what I mean. So for me, a way that helped that a lot was putting things like this up. Quotes, little pictures of like motivation. Now obviously you don't have to go and build a whole wall of motivation like I did, but put some pictures in the room that fire you up. Just make it a space that you enjoy being in. That really helped me, and I never really struggled for motivation when I was training in the home gym because it was a place I wanted to come in. I wanted to be in here all the time. I still do want to be in here all the time. So make it a place that you want to go to and enjoy being in, and the motivation issue probably won't occur as often. It probably still will occur, but it won't occur as often. So tip number 4, make it a place that you want to actually be and you enjoy being in. Tip number 5, and the last tip that I'm going to give you for owning and working out in a home gym, is to get creative. Now this one sounds a little bit like, what are you talking about, Joe? Get creative. Get creative when it comes to exercises, and get creative with the equipment that you have. Now you're obviously not going to have, well, you might do, but most of us aren't going to have the best equipment in the world. We're not going to have multiple chest presses, fly machines. We're not going to have things like that. So you have to get creative with the equipment that you have. Like, for example, in the last chest workout, in the chest workout at the start of this video, you saw me doing cable flies with the Smith machine and a handle attached to the lat pull down attachment on the multi-gym. So like, that exercise is incredible at targeting the chest, but that isn't made for doing chest flies. That is made for a lat pull down. So you have to get creative with the things that you have. If you've got some dumbbells, you can be so creative. You can do pretty much anything with dumbbells. Same with the barbell, you can train pretty much anything. So yeah, just get creative with what you have around you. Make the most out of it. And if you just have a home gym while we are in quarantine or in lockdown from the coronavirus, just stick it out. You'll be alright. I'm sure you'll be back in the gym in no time. So thank you for watching this video. I am going to wrap it up here. A little bit different. I hope it's kind of gave you some takeaway points for the video, for your home gym, sorry. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Much love. I will see you in the next one. Like this video if it helped you, and subscribe if you're new. See you in the next one.